handle date and time inputs and convert them across multiple time zones. So how this is made is, in my first step of the Omniscript, hey everyone, in this video, we'll walk through a simple yet powerful use case in Omniscript where we handle date and time inputs and convert them across multiple time zones. We'll use a two-step Omniscript and some simple Datamapper formulas to make this happen. As you can see, I have a date field and a time field. When I set the date time, it will be set in UTC, and if I go to my next step, it will be converted to Australia, Paris, and the current user's time zone as well. So how this is made is, in my first step of the Omniscript, I have two kinds of date fields. This depends on the requirement of the user. If the user only wants the date and does not consider the time, you can just use a date only field. There are some properties in this date only field. For example, there is a default value that you can set. There are some keywords that you can use here. For example, I can use today plus 1 month, and the default value will be 1 month from today. This can be changed to any value. As you can see, if I change the property here, it also reflects on my Omniscript. The next thing is a start date. So the user cannot go before this date. Basically, this is the minimum date for the date picker field. The end date, the user cannot go after this date, and you can also set a particular format that you want the date to be in. The other element is a date time element where it inputs a date as well as a time. So things get interesting over here, because if a user from Australia is selecting 6 a.m. on 3rd of October, on Salesforce's system, the date is stored in UTC, and hence it will be stored as 2nd of October, 10 p.m. So this creates a gap or miscommunication between Salesforce and the user. So this can be handled if you handle all the time zones correctly. For this, what I have done is I have taken a set values and I have stored the date from the datetime element into a set datetime variable that will be displayed in the first step. Then I have a data mapper that handles the time conversions for different time zones. For example, I have the first formula set for Australia Sydney, and if a set time date will come, it will be formatted into whatever format I want, and it will be converted to Australia Sydney's time zone. Similarly, I have done Europe Paris, and I have also taken consideration of user specific time zones, so dynamic time zone. Whatever date the user enters, it will first be converted into UTC, and with this formula, it will again be converted into the user's current time zone. So let's see this in action. Once I preview this Omniscript, we can see that the date only field won't let me select anything from last year. If I manually do this, it will give me an error because this date has been disabled. So please select a date on or after 9/2/2025. So it will let me pick any date between the valid time zones. Next is our date time field, where I can do the same date formatting as the date only field. Additionally, I can have a time field where if I select 5 a.m. and set date time, it will be converted into UTC time first, that is 9 a.m. And then if I go to my next step, my data wrapper does all the conversions, and in Australia time zone, I am at 19. In Paris time zone, I'm at 11, and in the current user's time zone, that is me, I was at 5 a.m. So that's how you handle the date and time inputs from a user and convert it into multiple time zones and display them on an Omniscript using data wrapper formulas and set values. With this approach, you can ensure users get the correct time representation based on their region or the region they are interested in. So if I preview this Omniscript, I have two date fields. One is the date only field, which won't let me select anything before the current date. As you can see, if I navigate to anything before the current date, I can't select it. And if I try to manually change the date before today, it will give me an error saying that this date has been disabled. Please select a date on or after today's date. Similarly, we have a date time element that does the same thing as the date field, but it also has a time field. So let's say if we set the time as 10 a.m. and we do set date time, I revert this back, the date time will be set to UTC time first, and as you can see, it is October 2nd and 14th hour. If I go on my next step here, all the time will be converted converted into their respective time zones, and the time that I had input in Australian time zone will be 3rd of October and 12 a.m. So as you can see, there is a date discrepancy here which can be handled in this method, and in Paris time it is still the 2nd of October and 16th hour, and the user's current time zone we had selected 10 a.m. of 2nd October. And this is how we can take date time input from a user, convert it into multiple time zones, and display them in Omniscripts using data wrapper formulas and set values. With this approach, you can ensure that the users get the correct time representation based on their region or the region they're interested in. So that was it, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Omni Studio tips and tricks.